important that they play with dedication and good character. So at the end, we have good result. Even though I have to look back at the goal, whether it's a goal or it's not a goal. Overall, the Olympic boys, that's what I say, shows a good character, and they played as their training game. And I believe with more international matches, quality international matches, I think we will become better and better. Yeah, we'll be leaving tomorrow for 7 friendly matches in Slovakia, and I hope this will give us more experience, more exposure, especially to the young ones, and towards our preparation of Olympic qualifier. It depends on the outcome of Singapore match. Yeah? And I believe national team qualified, they have their own program, and we have our own program. It's the same thing. If they qualify, they're going to get more exposure in international matches. At the same time, I got a bigger pool of players.
Okay, we welcome the team manager.
I think we cannot forget lightly the number of occasions that we have. I mean, it's pretty clear that the result seems short, where we had a couple of good opportunities. That in the end it affects. I mean, the questions posed and the way you guys are going to write. But in the end, I think it was. I mean, again, we had a couple of good things, because regarding what we are doing in training, things are happening for us in terms of our objectives in possession and without the ball. I mean, we haven't stopped training since, so it's been pretty intense. And because we didn't stop training, we've kept with this high intensity games on a logic of 45 minutes again and another 45 for another team. And I mean, I think of course we could have another score, but in the end we created a lot of opportunities, which is a good sign for us. And the most important thing is for us to continue to grow as a team, to be up to the Stoke game. It is really, because or else every time a single player doesn't score, we go into this press conference and the questions are the same. I mean, but your focus is purely on an individual, and it's not on the performance of the team, which is much more important for me. And you were able to live on a Porto press conference, and you saw the amount of times that I talked to you about it. So you know the importance that the collective has for me, and I'm not going to lose a lot of time. I mean, I'll just let things happen naturally. In Chelsea, every single player finds extreme competitiveness to be successful, and the best player performing in training will go into the games, and hopefully will help the team be successful, which is the most important thing, no matter the amount of goals that scores. I mean, we go back a little bit to the last question again. I mean, it's the question of Fernando not scoring and the question of Fernando and Drogba not scoring is at the moment obsession to the people, and we are not obsessed with this kind of stuff. I mean, when the two are paired together, the two will pair together, and they will perform for the team eventually, good enough for us to be successful. So I wouldn't worry too much about it, because I mean, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It's a decision of the technical staff that we take. At the moment, you know that we are people who approach the game in a 4-3-3. For us, it's a modern system. It's a system that we defend. We're trying to link what we have with that system. I mean, it's been a lot of information for the players, and the players have been magnificent in absorbing so many new ideas in such a short period of time. So again, the ideas from this game comes more for us rather than for you guys. We understand your perspective and the way you put things across. But again, the most important thing for us is to continue to build to Stoke and to reach Stoke in a position where we can win the game and build from there. I think in the first half we played a lot horizontally from side to side and couldn't find enough vertical passes that in the end, it's important to create chances. Even so, we had a couple of good chances in the first half, and only due to a major display by the Malaysian goalkeeper, the result was kept till 0-0 till the 75th minute.
It was a dubious goal.
Sorry?
It was a dubious goal.
I know, but you have to find the replays because I don't know it. But I think everybody agrees that it's dubious, but the linesman gave it, and that's the end of the story.
Sorry, what's your general?
And no, but finishing your question, I mean, in the second half we find a little bit more vertical passes. I mean, we changed the structure obviously to a 4-4-2 in alignment with Nichols and Elke behind Daniel and Didier. I mean, it was a space that we were looking for to find. It's not his particular position, but he has done it before in the past, and we were able to create a couple of more chances, and in the end, the result stayed. Patiently, I think you know how frenetic the market gets in the last weeks of August. It always happens like that. I think it must be praised, although I understand that the fans want and expect new signings and radical changes. We are trying to put an hold to that because I think it's valuable that we are assessing things as they are. And Daniel is back from a loan, and Ryan is back from a loan, and Patrick is back from a loan. And this has a value for us and must have a value for the Chelsea supporters as well. Because we are not taking decisions lightly, and we are pondering every situation in order to go to the market with the things that we really need, and not go into the market chaotically and commit mistakes. Because in the end, you have to put a squad together that enables you to be successful. No, I mean we created a lot of chances. I mean, of course, Malaysia 11 had two good chances to even the score. But we had enough chances. I mean, the most important thing is for us to find efficiency in the way we are in front of a goal, and hopefully it will come in the end. No, I think it was pretty impressive. I mean, of course, it was a good display in the end because the result is as it is, and they were competitive throughout, and they showed some quality. I mean. They had a very good chance to draw the game in the last minutes, and we had the chances throughout the game to score earlier. But I think in the end it was a good performance for them, and in that particular question you will have to ask the Malaysian coach because for sure he's happy with that performance.
I mean, it's an important part of the manager's job, right?
I think it's a natural part of the manager's job. I mean. The media expects the certain amount of clubs to be successful clubs, and that's what we try to achieve. And the fans expect us to be successful. So I take it very, very lightly. I mean, if you don't get results, you get the route to another place. You go back home. If you are successful, and you get trophies. And for us, we want to get trophies with certain amount of prestige, and that's what we are trying to build at this moment. It takes time. So hopefully things will happen for us. No, we have to be confident. I mean, we have to be successful again. I mean, bringing back trophies to this club is very, very important. It was not a long time ago that this club was successful because it was extremely successful 2 years ago with the Premiership and an FA Cup. And our challenge is to get the trophies. And again, I go back to my first press conference when I was presented as Chelsea manager. It will be the end of the world for us if we don't get trophies, so we must. That's our compromise. Things are like that for a top club like us. I mean, and it's nothing different from any other club or any other top club.